What's up, Wheeler Bros? How's it going? Today, we've got another four-wheeler. Yay! Nah, just kidding. What we're going to be doing in today's video, we bought a $135 parts bike for this LTZ 400 right here. And we're going to be taking some parts off of that, and we're going to be adding it to this to make it a lot better. Maybe you can get a glimpse of what we're doing right there. So, that's pretty much all I got for the intro. We're going to go take a look at that. It's behind the shop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pray for today's video. We're going to change out some parts, compare old versus new, and then we're going to get straight into the video. So let's go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, I just wanted to thank you for this day. Thank you for everything that you've allowed us to do. Thank you for everything that you've allowed us to get and acquire. I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come out here and ride and be safe while doing so, that we have our own property and we're not bothering anybody else. And I just wanted to put this video and give it to you in your glory, and hopefully we spread your name that way more and get more people involved in this sport and with you. So in your name we pray, amen. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to the shop and look at that new frame. So as you can see, we're getting prepped for our GNCC 2023 Mountaineer race that is coming up September 15th through the 17th, I believe. So if you guys want to be there, come support us, come see us, come meet us, come watch the race. We'll be there. We'll be glad to see each and every one of you and talk to you as much as we can. So let's go ahead and take a look at this frame. As you can see, we got the trailer out this morning. It was pretty stuck. We don't have that in the video. Hello, Mr. Frog. But this is what we got. This is a 09 LTZ 400. I don't know if they have special editions or what, but it's just your run-of-the-mill LTZ 400. But what it had that we wanted was obviously the frame. Frame's in great shape. It's got brakes. It's got rotors, it's got hubs, it's got axle, it's got swing arm, shocks, radiator, carburetor, handlebars, steering stem, a lot of extra parts that we may need, all of that. But what you see that it does not have on here anymore is the front shocks. This had the upgraded reservoir shocks, whereas this one did not. This one, as you can see, has the regular, just, I guess you can call them base model shocks. They do not have the reservoir coming off of here, so you have no adjustment other than this point down here, which either stiffens it or softens the shocks based on obviously how much you turn the spring. And the rear is the exact same. I don't know if you can see, if I can get a good angle or not, but the rear does have the reservoir where you can see my finger pointing right there, so it's adjustable. And we've got that one adjusted pretty nicely. So is that one. That's just a spare we're going to keep. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got, and we'll show you a before and after in the video, because we're going to change them out and see how they perform. So back up to the shop. Alright, now we can go take a look at what we got. Also, I don't know if this is going to be in a video or not, but small plug, making upgrades. As you can see, we've been training a little bit here and there. I say a little bit, a lot. But take a walk in here. Also watching film. There we go. So did a little cleaning off camera just to get them somewhat presentable. So this is what we got. Like I said, we got some of the we got the shocks off of the 08 or 09? 09. As you can see, the difference, if we compare them here, looks like a different spring entirely. You've got more adjustment up top to set your preload. You've got a switch down here to adjust your rebound, and one up here to adjust your compression. This is a reservoir shock, so it's going to perform, or should hopefully perform, better than these kind of just base shocks that you find on just your regular base models, like mine had on it when we first got it, and now it's got the shocks from the 04 450. But like I said, what we're going to be doing in today's video, we're going to be taking a couple laps around the track. We're going to be comparing the shocks, kind of riding up and down the yard, because we got a lot of bumps out here right now. We're going to test that, see how it feels. We're going to switch them out, do it again, see which one we think is better. Obviously, I'm going to think the reservoir shocks are going to perform better, but they may not in this video because we have not adjusted them at all, so they may ride like crap. We don't know yet, and I'm not setting it up for me. We're setting it up for Barry, so we'll figure that out later. But let's go ahead and go take a lap and see how these regular shocks feel, because I am not used to this bike at all. Alright, so as you can see, we're out on our track. We've been running through it for the past couple weeks, just getting some training and whatnot with what we have, building endurance. But we're coming out here today. We're going to test the front shocks, see how they feel, get our kind of thoughts and ideas on them, and then we're going to go back to the shop and switch them out. So for this, we're going to do a GNCC style start, because GNCC is in just a week. So let's get on it. Let me see if I can do it on this one, because this is not my bike. This thing is wide in the front. Alright, so what we're trying to feel is how the front dives. And how it reacts to these corners. And right now what I'm feeling is in sharp turns, and when I'm not leaning as far over as I should be, it tries to not dive as bad as the Raptor does, but you can definitely feel the weight shift, and it's not flat. What we're trying to get it to be is flat. See, like right there, when I didn't give it enough throttle and break the tires loose, it tried to roll up on itself. But I will say, at low speeds and not super bumpy conditions, it really is a comfortable ride. So they're not bad shocks from the factory. But they are a little bouncy, if you can't tell from the helmet cam. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell from the shot cam, because it's not going to look like much, because the GoPro's got pretty good stabilization, as I missed the corner because I looked at the GoPro. But hopefully you can see. We'll do a comparison clip and see which stays flatter on the ground. I swear, these things shine so much in like short course tracks like this. Like, my Raptor is so hard to drive compared to this and this. And I don't know if it's the tires or what, versus the GB3s and the these, I think these are GBCs if I'm not mistaken. They feel so different. But right now, and this type of stuff, the front feels mostly composed, but it does feel a little tippy, a little top heavy. This thing wears you out though, I swear. Oh, brakes. this is where I have a problem with these shocks. In those fast bits, like the straightaways, if you hit any bumps, it feels like you're all over the place. Like, watch. I don't know if the camera's gonna do it justice or not, because the GoPros are so good at stabilizing the video now, but it's knocking me all around. Like right there and right there. Boy. Come up a little bit there. My carry is really bad. Yeah, it's throwing me all over the place. I'm having to really grab the handlebars to keep it steady. It's breaking up at high RPMs. So, after I had done 3 laps on this thing now, 1 on the different track setup and 2 now, I'll give you my opinions on what I think we can improve on. In the corners, this thing feels really good, other than in some corners it gets just a little tippy. But my Raptor does it worse, so I'm not going to deduct a point there for that. But other than that, this thing feels great, except in bumpy straightaways. In bumpy straightaways, for me, I don't know if it's just because I'm this light, it is bouncing all over the place, and it kind of scares me a little bit. So hopefully we can mitigate that with the new shocks. Hopefully they perform a little better. So we'll see. We're gonna head back to the shop and then take a look and see, or get these changed over real quick. Will, what is your take on that?
Well, truth be told, it looks good on stretches. I could see it jittering though. Like, it's got, you know how people claim that Hondas have
Plastic flap.
Yeah, that thing. You can see these sitting there, like doing that number. If I slow it down, you'll see it better. But other than that, you looked good. There was a couple turns that I saw that you kind of tipped a little bit, but you just slid the rest of the way. And
I can honestly blame that to me, or my body placement. But like I said, it's gonna be different for every rider. So
right, yeah,
we're looking for more of an overall.
For me, if I get my body weight over on this, it won't tip.
No.
And then too much, it'll tip too much.
Yep. So
I just thought it was funny because you got about towards the mid of the track, like right out there. I could hear you talking on that, and I was like, oh god, is this what people think? They just see us randomly riding four-wheelers and us just talking to ourselves?
Yeah, I'm just
I was like, oh god,
just talking. Also, we're not gonna count that first start because I went to start it and I was giving it a little gas just to get it going, because that's what I do on the Raptor, and it goes I'm like, okay. So I'm not gonna give it gas until it starts, and then I got it and it went. So that's we'll give that note to Mr. Greer over there for his GNCC style starts. So let's head back to the shop, get these shocks changed out, and then come back out here and run it again. Good?
Yep. And he just got done complaining about how it feels on the stretches. Lord have mercy, that boy's a piece of work. Archie cat!
So I don't know if we need to do a how-to video on to replace shocks. It's 2 bolts. I think you guys can figure it out. And 1 to 2. For these shocks, the adjustments, we just put everything dead set in the middle. So we'll see how that feels. And so why are these so much easier to change than mine? This is not fair. Alright, then we'll do a quick, man, it's hot. We'll do a quick side-by-side comparison just to see if they are longer or shorter or what. They are the same length, but you can see the different springs and the reservoir all in that shot right there. Alright, so we got them on. That was probably the easiest install I've ever had on this bike from the minimal time I've been working on it. But don't blast me on the internet. I know I tightened these 2 down before I put it on the ground. I loosened them up and tightened all 4 bolts when it was on the ground. Don't blast me, internet. I know I fixed my mistake. Calm down.
Well, that wasn't even on camera, so you just outed yourself for no reason.
Oh well, I outed myself for no reason. I did it right. Don't blast me. Alright, so we're going to do another GNCC style launch. So, let's get on with it. 10 seconds. They're still a little bumpy, but honestly it feels a little better. This thing feels... Dude, I love how snappy this is. I wish my Raptor was this snappy. Alright, we're gonna try a 2nd gear launch, see how that feels. Let's get it. Round 2, Resi Shocks. Let's see how they feel. Definitely a little slower out of the hole. It bogged a little bit. So I already noticed, even on that first turn, that these shocks feel a little more planted with no adjustment. Now we just need to see how they feel with speed, or with cornering speed, I should say. Alright, so they definitely feel a little unsettled there, but we can tune that out. Alright, a little unsettled there. But I can say that's my fault because my body placement for this is not good. And I'm not trying to burn my leg again. And these shoes suck. Ugh. Whoa. Alright, that one was my fault. Can't blame the shocks on that. But overall, on the little jolts and stuff, right now they feel great. Ripped up there where I did not expect it to. See, I'm reaching for a wider foot peg again. I was talking about that off camera. That felt good. That came down and laid back nice. This section feels better for sure. These shocks feel fresh. It's not diving as bad. It feels more planted in corners, especially high-speed corners. It's not jolting and jittering as much on the front, which unsettles the bike. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on this shock or the suspension cam, but it feels a much more grounded and stable. Planted is the word I'm looking for. But we'll see in a minute once I get into the high-speed straights, because that's where I had the most problem with. But I can already feel a good difference, even at my body weight. So I know he's going to feel a difference. Rear brake. Ooh. Hit that berm there. Gripped up a lot. Oh, I missed the rear brakes. His rear brakes in a way different place from mine. But especially here, like that front end feels so much more planted. I swear, when this thing lights, it lights. I love how it feels. Oh yeah, that feels so much better. Except for right there, that one hurt a little bit. That bump is bad on any bike. Oh yeah, that feels so much better. That one still feels a little bouncy, but it feels a little better. That one still feels a little bouncy too, but we can adjust that out. That's the beauty of these. Alright, so that was a lap with the new reservoir shocks on. Bike didn't even get over 200, so that's great. Anyway, new reservoir shocks. I want to get your opinion first, because you saw both laps from an outsider's perspective. What did this one look like versus the other one?
Aesthetics, it looks nice now with the reservoirs on it. It gives a different feel to the bike. visually. Now physically, you looked a lot more comfortable, except for a small portion where you kind of got uptight.
Yes, over there.
Like right in front of where
That
we're
one
at.
was my fault. I had way too much rear brake, and I came back on the gas, and it tipped. So that one, don't add that to the shocks. That one was completely my fault. Bike I'm not used to, so.
But I mean, other than that, you looked fairly comfortable. I couldn't really tell a difference between you on your Raptor versus that. Like, because normally whenever you go to a different bike, it feels, or it looks weird. Like you look like you're not comfortable on it. If that makes any sense.
So I looked more comfortable.
Yeah.
Did it look more planted, more state? Like, how did it look versus the other run?
Well, again, like other than that one time that you tilted, I mean, it didn't look like it was shifting too much.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much how I felt.
Also, I feel like it looks lower.
It probably is sitting a little lower, but
like,
we can adjust the preload or the ride height of the shocks.
It doesn't look like a Suzuki anymore. Add some sharper plastics to it, I probably would think that this is a YFZ or a Honda.
But yeah, like I was saying a second ago, the bike felt way more planted in the corners, especially the higher speed corners. It felt a lot better. Lower speed, I've noticed a difference too. It wasn't as tippy, but there was some spots where it was trying to come up on me. I'm gonna say that was my fault, but a lot of that stuff, like I was saying while we were riding, we can adjust out of the suspension now, whereas the ones beforehand we could not.
Just pretty much just take it as it is.
Yep. And same thing with the longer straights. They felt better. They weren't as bad, but they still were not great. But the beauty of these shocks is we can adjust that out and hopefully get a better ride. Also, this thing is breaking up at high RPM, so I don't know what that is. That was not me coming off it on the throttle. It was so we need to get that looked at. But other than that, the bike feels a lot better now. Even at base adjustment, nothing done to it. I think it feels good. I think it rides good. Definitely sounds good. It's really snappy. It's great on this course out here. I think it's probably, with more time on it, is probably the fastest one out here on this course right now, just because of the way it's set up. Anyway, you got anything else to say?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
So, I think we're going to call it there. I would say we get your dad's reaction, but I don't know what he's doing right now. If you guys want to see his reaction, then let us know and we will get it. But other than that, I think we're going to end the video off here. If you guys do want to see more stuff like this, please let us know. We'll get to getting parts and basically comparing stuff. So, if you guys didn't see in the beginning of the video, we will be at the GNCC race, the Mountaineer race. What is it, September 15th through the 17th?
Yeah, 15th through the 17th. Well, so, that is if the hurricane doesn't hit the 14th.
If the hurricane does not hit. If the Hurricane Lee hits, then we're not going. But if it doesn't, we'll be there. Come find us. We'll be right on the track, hopefully. Come say hi. You'll recognize the truck and trailer. It'll be either the white diesel and the trailer, you know. We'll have tents and everything set up, so just come see us.
Yeah, we plan on being out and about. There's a professional that we're going to be talking with about doing some videography stuff. So, yeah, be expecting that on the channel.
Don't be shy.
No.
Anyway, we'll be there. Look out for some more videos. We just went to Kyle's, did some more stuff there. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next upload. Probably GNCC. So, peace out. Now we the coldest. I'm on 10 with my woadies. Shout out my homies, we gon' ball for them trophies. Like they can't hold me, thinking God, I've been chosen. Go through the motions all them times, I was hopeless. Now we the coldest. Look, I've been trying to tell y'all since like 1-3. Got my soul up in the trunk, get my God got the key. Spirit trying to talk.